long division is subtracting over and over and over again. We're figuring out what we can multiply times a number, and then we take away from the original number. So let's read this first problem. Jackson is buying balloons for a party. Balloons cost $6 per bunch. How many bunches can he buy with $75? What is our number model? What are we doing? Matthew?
75 divided by 6.
75 divided by 6. So write that down right here. And that colors up your shoulder really well. 75 divided by 6. Are we going to have a remainder in this one?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you know? Raise your hand. How do you know? Austin?
Because it's not a math fact.
Because it's not a math fact? What do you mean it's not a math fact? You're right. It's not a math fact. What does that mean to you? You don't know, but you just know 6 is not a math fact for 75. Mallory, what do you know?
6 is not a multiple.
6 is not a multiple of 75, okay. Backwards, but yes, 6, you can't count by 6s and get to 75. Quinn?
Because multiples of 6, every once in a while will end in zeros or 6s, and that doesn't end in a 0 or a 6.
Okay. It ends in a 5. Look on your 6s chart right now. Are there any multiples of 6 that end in 5?
No.
No. That's how I know. Because I don't have a single multiple of 6 that ends in a 5. So I know it's not, this one's going to have a remainder. And we're going to have to figure out what to do with that remainder because it's a word problem. Sometimes we just report remainders with an R, and we just kind of go there, we're done. Sometimes we have to think back. When we have word problems, we have to think about what to do with those remainders. All right, so everybody set it up. You should be able to get this far from last week. We put the 75 that we're going to try to be subtracting 6s from, and we put the 6 over on that side. There's another step that we added last week that can help us. So we don't have to think about the multiples of 6 quite so much. What else can we do, Aiden?
Put the multiples of 6.
Yeah, put the multiples of 6 over here on the side so that you don't have to think about them. If you don't know your multiplication facts very well, this is super helpful. I'm just going to go through 6 times 9 because 6 times 10 I just start back up at the top again and add zeros. Count it at the end, make sure I have 9. That's what I have, so I'm good to go. Okay, now, what do I do next? Carson? Yeah. Does this help you at all? Find the nearest number to this we can get to. That's a good idea. Matthew?
Find the number that you can take away from 7.
Yeah, I want to see if I can take 6 away from 7. Can I?
Yes.
Yeah. So then I go down my multiples. Can I take 12 away from 7?
Yeah.
No. So I could do this. Can we do that?
No.
Okay. So what's the biggest multiple of 6 that I can take away from 7? Kaden?
12.
No. 6, right? We got to go back one. So 12 was too big, so we go down to 6. Then what do I do? This was that new thing we kind of added last week, Kiana. What do we do? We're going to add a 0. That's a good idea. Then what do I do? Jasmine?
Turn the arrow.
Draw that little arrow reminding me now I got to have a buddy. And here's how I find the buddy. 6 times what would give me 60? So 6 times what would give you 60? Aiden?
10.
10. Write down the buddy. As soon as you write down the buddy, you go back to the other side. What do we get over there, Carson? Subtract.
5 and 1.
15. Good. Now what do I do? I'm not done yet. What do I do? That's always the next step. After subtraction, what do we do? Noah?
See if you can subtract 15 from 6.
Backwards of that sentence.
6 from 15.
Perfect. See if I can take 6 away from 15. Can we?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we take the next multiple? 12?
Yes.
I can put 12 under 15, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I put 18 under 15?
No.
No. So I go ahead and I put that multiple, which is 12, underneath the 15. Then what? Now what, Lauren?
Needs a buddy.
It needs a buddy, so I put that little line that reminds me, hey, you gotta have a buddy over here. 6 times what would give me 12? That's how I find the buddy. 6 times what would give me 12? Emiliano?
2.
6 times 2. Good. Okay. Now what? Still not done. Andrew?
You divide it from, minus.
There we go. I gotta go back over to this side and subtract. Get 3. Now what? Hunter?
You circle the 3
Why am I gonna circle that 3?
to remember that you can do it.
What did I already do with it? I haven't done anything yet.
Well, you subtracted it, and now it's remainder.
Why is it a remainder? I know, I'm making it hard for you. You have to know. Because sometimes you're going to get a number here that's not a remainder, even after you've done 2 steps. How do we know this is a remainder? I have to do something first. Mallory?
Because you can try to take 6 away from it.
Yeah, I could say, can I take 6 away from that?
No.
No. When the answer is no, then I know it's going to be my remainder. So I circle it so I don't forget about this part of the answer, because it is part of my answer. Okay, now what? Carson?
And go to the other side and plus.
Now I go to the other side and I add these 2 together and I get 12. So if I divide 75 divided by 6, what is the answer? Aiden?
12 remainder of 3.
Good. 12, big R, remainder 3. Okay, now I gotta start thinking back to my word problem. I know the answer to division, but I'm not done yet because I gotta think about the question. How many bunches can he buy with $75? So, can I just buy 12? Can I just add on one more and say I could just buy 13? Or do I just stick with I can only buy 12? What do you think? Aiden?
Stick with 12.
Why?
Because $3 would be enough to buy another.
Good. I have to only buy 12 bunches because $3, that remainder is dollars, and it costs $6 to buy another bunch. Is 3 enough to buy another bunch?
No.
No. Or if you go to the store, do they let you buy half a bunch of things or half a package of things?
No.
No, not usually. So with that remainder, what we did is we ignored it. Why did we ignore it? Think about why we ignored it. We just talked about it. Why did we ignore it, Noah?
Because you would get half of it.
Yeah, because it's only half as much as we need.
We can't start sentences
You can't start
with
sentences
because.
True.
But this says why.
Oh.
It's true. We don't want to start with a bad, not sentence beginning word. What can we say? Cadence?
It is only half of. It is only half.
There you go. It is only
Half of 6.
half of, I'm going to say the $6 we need. I'll add just a little to your end. Good. Our remainder, $3, is only half of what we need. Do you see how we just took away the because and we really still have a good sentence? Take away the because. When we try to write a sentence with because, take it away, see if it makes sense. Usually it does. And Noah said because it's only half, we just changed it to it is only half. Good sentence.